It's had a huge impact on me. How people were treated, how the idea of a master race was a thought. I can't explain how demoralizing it is.
This class, it opened me up to seeing how tragic it is, and you find out more as to why this is such an important thing to learn about.
Being in this class and being a character in the Diary of Anne Frank, having the opportunity to really try to get in touch with the emotions of the characters and trying to experience what they felt is a completely different approach and really changing my point of view on what happened.
I did learn that not only the Jewish population was targeted, there are lots of other subgroups that were targeted, like the disabled, homosexual. It's crazy to think that you can lump all of these different people into one category and say they're all subhuman, and then convince almost an entire nation to follow you.
People need to realize that we can't repeat what has happened in the past, and we need to educate generations of people of history and past prejudice.
Deaf people were sterilized. Over 250,000 deaf people were sterilized. You can't stop deaf people. You know, God made deaf people just like everybody else. I feel very burdened and responsible that, you know, someone should have helped and stopped the killing. I feel very sorry for those people. It made me feel very shocked that the Nazis and Hitler could actually kill that many people. I feel I do have a responsibility to prevent that from happening and keep people safe. I just don't want another Holocaust to happen again.
In this class, you go so in depth into the Holocaust. It's had a really, I guess, personal effect on me.
It wasn't until now that I really know what happened and I really realized what went on. Up to this point in my life, I've not been learning a lie, but just I haven't been able to.
You haven't been told the whole truth.
Yeah.
I've heard about the Holocaust before, obviously, but I feel like we're exploring aspects of it and details of it that are really important and make it much more interesting.
If we look at this image here, who and what do we see?
Jew and a Gentile woman.
Okay, who's the Jew and how do you know?
You can tell he's a Jew because this book is propaganda and they're trying to make the Jew look as stereotypical as possible, giving him like a big nose. I have ancestors that lived in Poland during the Holocaust, and so I have sort of like a personal interest in it to see, you know, what my family went through. People would always like make Jew jokes to me, and before I'd be like, okay, like whatever, they're just making a joke, but now it's like really hard to tolerate after you've learned about like the stereotypes, like how in school they taught the kids like, oh, you can recognize a Jew by your big nose, and people are like, oh, Anna, you're Jewish, you have a big nose. Now that I know what really happened in the Holocaust, it's just hard to tolerate like modern anti-Semitism.
Taking this class affected me by the way I view society and people as a whole, and I learned to embrace the people around me of different diversities and races and genders and treat them equally.
I know it's like really cliche to say that history repeats itself, but I think if you don't learn about it, it is possible. I think it's very important to learn about things like the Holocaust so that we can learn from our mistakes in doing that.
This class opened up my eyes to the rest of the world because treating human beings like what the Nazis treated the Jews is wrong, no matter who does it, no matter what race, religion. The conference with Dr. Auerbacher is the highlight of this class. After the conference, I felt like I was almost there with Ina. I want to help spread the word to help prevent this from happening again. The article was really just a summary of what Dr. Auerbacher talked about at the conference. It was really cool when I found out that it was published in the city newspaper and on the front page. I thought that it would just go in the school zone, but when I saw it was on the front page, I'm like, wow, it's impressive. It helped spread the word throughout my school.
What I learned about the Holocaust in this class is what the effects were on the survivors.
Lives were changed and affected their inner selves and their identities.
It made me feel like I wanted to help them more so. I can't do anything in the past to help, but I can prevent what can happen in the future.
This project is mostly based around the people that were hiding and their emotions and while they were in hiding. I really think that this class has had such a great impact on my life. It's really given me the initiative. It's really made me want to do this project and to do more research.
History repeats itself, and it's already showing signs of that. And so we need to make sure that young ones are educated about this and so that they can prevent this in the future.